All right. May Day, which is short for May I Spend the Day Panhandling in Stolen Underwear, ended with violent rioting in Portland, Oregon. Yeah, Portland, the city that last week canceled a local parade because violent threats were made by lefties. So as speeches and parades disappear because the left promises violence, days later, leftists still violently run rampant. The lesson? That once the threat of violence can suppress speech, then actual violence can replace it. There were 25 arrests of anarchists, starting fires, destroying property, throwing homemade bombs at cops. Anarchists. Is that what we call them? What a fake word. It's just shorthand for wannabe terrorists. They're ISIS without the goats. Now, before Bob's head implodes, I know this scum doesn't reflect the whole left. But ask yourself this. Has a Republican ever been busted for rioting on May Day? Has a conservative ever been arrested for looting on May Day? Has a libertarian Costco manager with 2 kids ever been jailed for torching a car? No, it's only a certain type from a certain side. Maybe it's time we ditch the notion that there's some purpose behind this. Rioting isn't done to make any point. It's something a coward can brag about the next day to his friends or to pick up the girl with the nose ring at Hot Topic.
Oh, my God.
Violence is the loser's way of winning. And as long as cities like Portland view this as some romantic aberration, they will continue being a sanctuary city for jackasses who need a bath. All right, Bob, last night you said we made all this stuff up. Care to eat some crow with mashed potatoes?
I'm prepared to do that, and I want to say this is one of the only times it was historic. I was wrong, and the producers were right. I mean, but I'm going to say this. I did notice, so today you took the same picture of that same firebomb over and over again. You did a good job. You got it from every angle.
No, Bob, that happened after our show.
Oh, it did? After the show? Good. Tonight? Good.
Last night.
But let me just say this to the producers. The good news that came out of this was because you were right and I was wrong, you're now, the Federal Communications Commission is going to give you your license to produce back because you've been under suspension for a long time, as you know. So we're glad you have your licenses back now and that you now can go ahead and legally produce this show.
Bob, do you have a death wish? Everyone knows. Don't diss the producer.
I love these producers.
Your prompter's going to break next read.
Kimberly, I have an idea.
Would you like
Stop
some sanity?
rioting. Yeah, but I have an idea, and you tell me if legally this can be done, okay?
Please, proceed.
I would like to introduce a law that when a rioter is arrested, you can go to their home, and while they sit there, lucky winners of some lottery get to smash all of their stuff in front of them. That way, rioting would actually be fun. Could that legally be done?
Barely legal. First of all,
I don't know what that means.
You'd have to have some reason to be entering into their apartment, like something was on fire, a public safety thing, a fleeing felon, and get in before you go in and start to put out the fire and accidentally smash all their stuff.
So
yeah, you can't do that, Greg, but I hear you. But the point is when they actually commit acts of violence or destruction of public property, they have to be held accountable and they have to be punished.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. You can't allow them to break the law. And that's what the problem. They don't have any kind of accountability, so they keep doing it over and over again in cities across America.
Jesse, they did arrest a few, but places like Portland, places like Seattle, San Francisco, they always seem to have kind of like a benevolent, lenient, idea towards these people. It's like activism is so romantic, and this is the price you pay.
So I looked at some of the names on the arrest sheet. You ready here? Here's who got arrested. Aiden, Phoebe, Brianna.
Sounds like friends.
Riley, Lucy Elizabeth Smith, and Taylor James Evans. It sounds like a boarding school just got busted. I mean, who are these people? I mean, this doesn't really strike fear in the hearts of police. And, when there's a Tea Party, the media is all over these people, interviewing the guy with, the sign that says, a village in Kenya is missing an idiot. But there's never a mainstream media reporter at these riots here interviewing these knuckleheads. What do you believe, and what a horrible sign.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
A village in Kansas.
No, I mean, no, these are nasty signs on the right.
Dana hasn't said anything yet.
Dana, I want to show you that this is an image in France, which is a country. Look at this. This was happening on May Day. Those are anti-police, probably there to protect people getting hit by explosives. And they were, hopefully there were no fatalities, I'm pretty sure. But it's a striking photo. This is what people do.
That photo will probably win a Pulitzer Prize. It was on the front page of the Wall Street Journal today because it captures the story. And when you said that anarchist is just a soft word for terrorism, you know, terrorist, the actual definition is a person that uses violence to advance a political agenda. Mm-hmm. But I don't actually understand what the agenda is of these people. I understand what ISIS is looking for, but chaos.
Well, they're anti-capitalist.
What does Brianna want with chaos?
They want to undermine society. They want to undermine the free markets. If you can create fear, a climate of fear, then you can undermine people's ability to go out and enjoy.
Okay, but they're also, if I'm just looking, they're 24 years old, 22, 19 years old. Okay, and then this guy, 33, that's the senior, and that's the college guy, the 25-year-old that comes back to the party and pretends he's a senior. But they're so young, I don't understand.
But that's where they
what
come
they
from.
Think they're going to get.
You know, most of the anarchists in this country are up in the Northwest. It seems to be serial killers and anarchists seem to live up there for some reason. But they should be punished. They should be punished to the extent of the law. I'm glad you said that in your monologue, Greg, that this is just a small part of the left. I appreciate that. But the fact of the matter is, I don't know a serious Democrat who wouldn't believe that they should be punished. And by listening to their names, you know what they are? They're all kids who went to boarding school because Papa's got a lot of money, and they can burn things down.
All right.